up, what up? Hey, what's good everybody? Welcome to the channel with the Fragrance Ninja. Coming at you today with a collab video. It's a collaboration with a great reviewer, Glam Finds. You know, wonderful reviewer, even a better person. And so what we were doing was we wore the same fragrance for 5 days. 5 different fragrances, 5 days. Kind of took down some notes and reviewed and how mainly it interacts with skin chemistry, because that's a big thing. You know, different fragrances smell different on different people. At the same time, you get different performance based on different skins. So I thought, and as we were talking, that it would be a wonderful thing to kind of see it from 2 perspectives. And so without further ado, hey, let's jump right in. So let's go with the first fragrance. The first fragrance was Mancera's Red Tobacco. Now, I'm not going to go over the notes and everything goes with that. You can look it up on Fragrantica base notes. I'll tell you what notes come off of my skin particularly. And with cheat sheet. So the notes that come off my skin with Red Tobacco, tobacco of course, cinnamon, vanilla, saffron, and incense. The unique thing about Red Tobacco is normally with a fragrance I get about 2 different notes come off my skin. With Red Tobacco, all those notes came off. Those are the ones I named. So I had about 5, 6 notes that I could actually smell each one of those notes off of my skin. And the tobacco was kind of a cherry tobacco. So it gave this cinnamon, sweet, cherry tobacco vibe that is just totally wonderful. Now, I mentioned on an earlier video that, you know, you can take a shower, spray it on top of your foot, put a sock on, put some pants on, get totally dressed up, go out, and somebody will smell you 6 feet away and tell you smell great. Yeah, that's Red Tobacco in a nutshell. I mean, it will reach out and touch people. It will reach out and touch people like a blind man at a titty bar. And yeah, that was too much. All right, that's a demerit. 3-second timeout. Okay, forget it. So, longevity. Red Tobacco lasts until 2021. It lasts as long as the day goes. Forget about that. Projects equal as long. I would say 8 to 10 hours of projection. Just a fantastic fragrance, and compliment factor is pretty high on this one. People love that fragrance on your skin. It is that good. So that is Red Tobacco Mancera. Next, I went into the second day. I went with Black Orchid. Now, Black Orchid had quite a few notes. You know, truffle, chocolate, incense, florals, patchouli. And funny note about my skin eats up mint and chocolate. I mean, it just devours them. I mean, it swallows them up like Badlands chugs. It knocks it out. And no different on this fragrance. I don't get any chocolate off my skin with Black Orchid. I get a lot of florals and incense. Now, projection with Black Orchid is about, with me, it projects for about 4 to 6 hours. Longevity is 8 to 10 hours. And it pushes off about 2 to 3 feet. Now, when it pushes off those 2 to 3 feet, that is a heavy cloud though. It's thick. And so, I mean, almost people can taste it. It's that potent that when it's around you like that. But smells great, but also can be annoying, which I found that kind of odd, because if they catch a little waft of it, it smells great, but it easily can overpower. And so on that aspect, the compliment factor was pretty low as far as that goes, because that really is skin chemistry and time of year, environment. I mean, a lot of factors go into Black Orchid. Now, I understand it's a staple and this is a classic as far as, you know, men, women, unisex, and it's a great fragrance if controlled properly. But on me, it wasn't a highly complimented fragrance, but still, I enjoyed it. Other people around me, not so much. Okay, time out. I'm playing hooky at work. Be right back. Did I mention that I'm gonna put down below a link to Glam Finds video about these 5 fragrances? Shit, I'm getting old. Losing my mind. All right, I'm back. Sorry for the intermission, even though to you it's just gonna be a quick cut. But now, let's look into Layton. Parfums de Marly Layton. Now, with that fragrance on my skin, it came off with a lavender vanilla kind of scent. And it also had this little bit of green apple at the opening. It may not have been green apple, but it was apple-y opening. That the apple, lavender, vanilla, I mean, it was, that's a good one on skin. That's a good one on skin to me. Longevity on that one as well was in the 8 to 10 hour realm, I believe. Yeah, and it projected for about 4 or 6. The projection was relatively soft to medium. You know, it's still that 2 to 3 feet away. But to the 2 to 3 feet distance, it was still relatively soft. And that was, you know, of course, lavender vanilla. It's not really overpowering kind of notes. So it's not going to be anything that's going to just overwhelm anybody. But people will get wafts of it and be able to pick it up. Now, that combination of the lavender vanilla is a classic, great combination. The apple gives it a little brightness. And all in all, I mean, that's smooth. It's smooth. I mean, it's like, you know, back spinning and whipped cream. It's pretty smooth. I don't know where the hell I got that one from, but that's fine. But that, you get the point. But all in all, as far as compliment factor, that is relatively highly complimented fragrance if they can smell it. So you might can pump a little bit harder with this one and not feel as self-conscious about choking anybody out, because that combination is just going to be a pleasant, soft, you know, nice smell that people are really going to be drawn to. Alrighty, so next is Cryptomint by Mugler. Now this one is odd because I mentioned my skin swallowing up mint and chocolate, and on this fragrance it is no different. My skin eats up the chocolate. I know it has coffee, tonka bean, vanilla, patchouli, and mint, of course, but it has all that in it. But my skin just, the mint lasts a little bit longer in this than most fragrances that have mint, but the chocolate is non-existent to me. It just, boom, it's gone. And so projection on this one, 8 to 10 hours, surprisingly, for a toilet. Projection is, you know, 4 to 6 hours. And this is honestly a really soft projection off my skin. It doesn't really reach out and touch people like I thought it would, like other Muglers such as Pure Havana and Pure Malt. This one stays relatively close to in that small little bubble. And even inside that bubble is relatively small. It's relatively soft. Now, on my skin is just sweet patchouli. It's patchouli, vanilla, tonka bean. The mint fades off pretty quick, and the coffee is never there, nor is the chocolate. And surprisingly, I looked at the notes in the combination. I thought that it would be a crowd pleaser. Surprisingly, it wasn't. Not on my skin. It doesn't really, it's not well received as some of my other fragrances. This one, even when I asked some people, you know, take a smell, what do they think? They really were indifferent about it. It's like, it's a fragrance. Damn, it's a fragrance. That's just borderline telling me it sucks to me, but they say it's a fragrance. Or they'll say that, it's okay. Oh, it's faint. It's like, okay. None of that was good things. So all in all, I rated it pretty low on the compliment factor. I really did. But hey, it is what it is. It's Cryptomint, one of the flankers. Last but certainly not least, Baccarat Rouge 540, the Parfum concentration. Now this one, I know you know the notes, the amberwood, ambergris, and you know, just the saffron, so on and so forth. But my skin chemistry on Baccarat Rouge 540 is a pinkish reddish cotton candy. That's exactly what it is. Some people say metallic, some even said something pissy, which I don't know what that's about, but on my skin, cotton candy. And lasting power, 12 hours plus. Projection, 10 hours plus. Lasts as long as the day goes, projects pretty much the whole time. And when it comes to compliment factor, when you walk in the room, people bow. That's pretty much what the compliment is. People will take a knee and bow at your glory when you wear this fragrance. That was way too much, but it's along that line. Highly, highly, highly complimented. It's a reason so many people discuss it. It's a reason it's been cloned so many times. People love this fragrance. They love the reaction that fragrance gets. You get a lot of bang for the buck, even though it's kind of expensive, but you know, a few sprays of that goes a long way, and you don't have to worry about reapplying or whether or not anyone can smell you. They will smell you and they will appreciate it, and damn it, they will let you know that they appreciate it. Baccarat Rouge 540, honestly, one of the favorites in my collection. It really is. It's that good. And yeah, it's just a staple. It's a staple. It's up there for a reason. But that is the 5 fragrances that myself and Glam Finds, again, thank you for coming up with this idea. Wonderful concept. Look forward to doing some things like that in the future. This is pretty interesting, and to see how things react on her skin as opposed to my skin, and you know, on the environment, the longevity and everything. This is a lovely concept. I like this. It's been fun. But that's all I got for now. And of course, I'm gonna link her video down below as well, to link to her video and her 5 fragrances. Well, the same fragrances, her fragrances. But hey, that's all I got. Until next time, hey, y'all be good.